connected.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Woodzman Adventures. Today I thought I would do a review of my SENA products. I've had them long enough now that I feel I can do a good, honest review of how I like them, and you know, I've done lots of, well, most of my videos you see, except for the earlier ones, are done on the SENA. Any of my videos that shows the SENA whenever it starts up, that's anything that's done with my SENA cameras, which is pretty much everything I do. So I just thought I'd do a review of the SENA cameras and intercom system that I have and the SENA remote, and just discuss a little bit about it and show you what I got, and we'll get started on that. Okay, the first thing I'll show you is my helmet that I have equipped with the SENA stuff. This is a Nex helmet, XD1 Nex helmet, but what I have on here is a SENA 10C on this side, and this is also, the 10C is camera and intercom, and it will do 1080p 30 frames per second, 720p 60 frames per second. So really handy, because if you just want one unit to do everything, to do your intercom with your buddies, do video, that's where this comes in handy. Otherwise you'll need to get a camera. It's like the Prism that I have over here. You can have a Prism and an intercom, like a SMH10R, SMH10, or a 20S you could use, and or you can have a camera that is wired to a mic and everything. I like this option. This camera here I use for a backup on the 10C. I actually do all of my video recording on the Prism. I run this Prism at 720p 60 frames per second, and it does a great job. So all my videos you see, that's what they pretty much are, 720p 60 frames per second. And the audio for this Prism comes off Bluetooth through this. Bluetooth, these are linked together from Bluetooth to the Prism. So you're hearing the audio from the 10C on the video that's being recorded with the Prism. So this works a really good combination. That way I have two cameras and two micro SD cards. I have a 32 gig in each one of them, and so if I run out of video on this one, fill up the card, I can either take the card out of this, I can take the card out of the 10C and put it in there, or I can just run the 10C to do the video for the rest of my ride or whatever. And so it comes in pretty handy that way. I do carry spare batteries with the Prism, and I can also, with the micro USB, I have a place on my bike where I can plug it in USB, so I don't have to worry about batteries running dead when it's plugged into, you know, the USB charger all the time. And it's charging it while it's using it, so it comes in real nice. You can also do the same thing on this. If the battery runs dead on this, then I can plug it into my USB and keep it charging up while I'm making video or using the intercom system. So they work great together. I did have one of these, I'll be honest with you on that. I did have one of these that locked up on me, and I could not get it to do anything. I couldn't get it to, I'd say anything. I couldn't get my videos off of this without taking the SD card off. I couldn't just plug it in to the computer. I use a MacBook and get the videos off. And what it turned out to be was a firmware update. And so I highly recommend doing a firmware update. I sent it in and they replaced it automatically, because if I would have done that firmware update first, don't think it would have happened. But the good thing about it was their warranty's real good. That I sent it in, they replaced it and sent it right back, and then as soon as I get it, I do the firmware update, and I've not had a problem since, as long as I do that firmware update first. This one here also had a problem, and the problem was I needed a firmware update. So luckily on this one I could just plug it in, and I done a firmware update, fixed the problem on the 10C. My wife also uses the 10C on her helmet for her intercom, so we can talk back and forth, and she can do pictures or video, whatever she wants, with her 10C. So that's the cameras right there. I'll show you. Well, this is the box for the 10C. It comes with everything you need. It comes with the mics that go in here. Fits right in, and this helmet's already set up for it anyway, so it has the spaces cut out for the speaker and the mic in the front. So it's really cool because being able to use this 10C for the audio on this prism is totally watertight. I can just snap it off, and there's no wires connected or anything to it, so I can just snap it off. And another cool feature is, as I've mentioned in my other videos, you can take this prism and set it off on a tripod or somewhere on a stump even while you're out riding, and you can video while you're talking on the 10C. It's putting the audio through onto the video here, and it's real cool for if you're riding around. You can have your video, you talking, coming out on your video with your prism. So that's a really cool feature. And just snap it on. And what I do, I don't ever take the cards out of them usually. I just plug in the micro USB, plug it into my computer, take the videos off, then I'll format this. Same way on this one. I don't take the cards out. Some people always take the SD card out, take the video off. I just plug it into my computer, take the video off, and it works good for me that way. So let's set this aside. Now I do have the prism here. This is actually a brand new prism that I haven't even opened yet. Still new in the box. And the cool thing is I can show you what it comes with. Of course, it comes with a new prism. Still got the little sticker over the shield. Got a nice little lens cap on it to protect it. You can, when you're storing it in your bag, luggage or whatever, if you're carrying an extra prism with you, then you can have this cap on there to protect your lens. Works really cool. So I keep one of them caps actually in my bag with a spare prism that I carry with me. Also comes with a battery, of course, and I do carry extra batteries with me just to snap one in if I happen to go dead. It comes with a waterproof case. I've not actually used this before, but this is pretty cool because you can put the prism inside this, and it has a mount right here, so you can put it on a tripod or a selfie stick or something and do underwater video with it. And I mean totally submerged with this, so you can go underwater, under a lake or a creek or whatever, and do videos of this with this case on there. Makes it really cool. This thing is water resistant, waterproof, but you wouldn't want to totally submerge this. I would advise putting it in this case before you do that. Just as far as being on your bike and rain and stuff, I've never had a problem. This is all closed off, sealed, and you can see this attached right here is where your battery goes in, and your SD card in this slot here. There's your micro USB. You can put your battery in, clip this back on here, and you slide a little latch up, and it's locked and sealed, watertight. This little box here is the helmet mounting parts. Comes with all kinds of mounting options for mounting on the helmet. There's just a flat base mount helmet, or helmet mount, that you can slide your camera right onto with the mount that's in here. This is a goggle strap mount. This is your actual helmet mount, how you mount it on the helmet. Mine, as you can see on the helmet here, I'm using this 3M tapes with this pivot. That's the mount that I'm using on mine. I don't use the clamp type, but it's optional depending on what you want to do. This is actually the one that I'm using on mine right here. So what you do here is you can take this mount, and this piece slides onto here. You stick this on your helmet. This piece slides on here. The ball snaps into this socket, and you snap your prism right into this. Then you, with the ball, with the pivot, you can move this camera around at pretty much any angle you want. Real handy. All kinds of stuff. This is the kit for the motorcycle, for the Prism. They make just a light version that comes with just the camera, but this is the one with the kit for all the motorcycle mounts. It comes with all kinds of stuff. I've never seen a camera that comes with all the stuff that this thing does. This here is a handlebar mount, or not necessarily handlebar. You can mount this on any bar, like on, say, if you have crash bars on your bike, you can mount this on crash bars, handlebars, and then you got a base that goes on your camera, and it's the quick release right here. Snaps right in, so you can take your camera off. There is, of course, there's a USB charger cable. This is another quick mount base here. This one here is suction cups. You can mount this thing on suction cup mount, and you can pretty much stick it to anything. If you want to stick it on your luggage, you can stick it on your fender. You can pretty much, with that suction cup, you can put it anywhere. Also comes in handy if you want to put it on the dash of your car with that suction cup mount. Comes with all kinds of goodies. All kinds of stuff. We won't go in depth on it, on all this stuff, because there's so many little things that goes with it, but it is really cool that you can buy this setup here and have everything you need. I mean, pretty much any way you want to mount this thing, you can do it with all this stuff that comes with it. Now it's another one of those tricks, you gotta get all of it fit back in the box. Like it come out of there. Actually, I put some of the mounts in here that goes in here. Anyway, see how it goes. It ain't all back in there right, but it'll work for now. Okay, I also have this, is my handlebar remote, which is real handy. I use it all the time. There's different ways of mounting it, and this thing has the buttons to do, it has a joystick here, has all the buttons to basically control your audio unit, like the 10C. Now it will not control the camera part of the 10C, but it does control the audio, so it works good with any of the SENA headsets, like a 20S. You can use it, and instead of having to reach up on your helmet to do it, you can do it right here from this remote, and it just pairs Bluetooth. I use it on this side here because it's just handy with my thumb, and I clip it right over the bar right here instead of over the handlebar part. There's actually a spot right here on the Africa Twin between the brake and the controls that I can clip it on right there. And so that's really handy too. That is the SENA handlebar remote. And okay, that was just a quick review. I've had real good luck with the SENA stuff. It's been real dependable. Also, SENA is coming out with some new stuff, which would be real cool. They're coming out with that new SENA 10C Evo, I guess, or EVO. I definitely want to try one of them out. I think it will be great because it's like the SENA 10C that I have on the helmet, except for now it will do 4 riders also. It will do up to a 1 mile range, and it will also do the quad HD at 1440 30 frames per second. So that might be something cool to try out. But I'm just excited because it's going to have the 1080p 60 frames per second. I'm doing 7 right now. What I'm doing everything on is 720p 60 frames per second. But I'll definitely like the 1080p at 60 frames per second, which I'm pretty sure is what I'll use all the time. So the new 10C also, the EVO, is more streamlined and nicer looking package. So that's really cool. They're also coming out with a 30K, which will do 16 riders all paired up, and it has what's called adaptive mesh technology, which is basically like right now if you link up to several riders in order, you link them up, and if somebody in that link gets disconnected, well, you lose everybody from there back. Well, with the adaptive mesh, everybody will be able to stay connected, and you can just reconnect the one person if he does disconnect, and you don't lose everybody. So that is going to be awesome. It does a 1.2 mile range on that one. They're also going to be coming out with the INC helmet, which is the Intelligent Noise Control helmet. That's going to be amazing because of it being able to have the intercom system all in the helmet, and it's also going to have the noise control, because it's a real big deal how much noise you really get on a helmet. A lot of people wear earplugs, and I don't, which I should. But I can't wait to try out, maybe one of these days, try out one of those helmets, because I think that's going to be super good. It's just, I get so much noise even with this helmet. It's just, after a long riding on the highway, back roading and stuff where you're going slow ain't so bad, but it's amazing how much wind noise you get with your helmet, and this INC helmet is going to be great because it's going to eliminate all that noise and drop the decibels considerable. So it's also a carbon fiber helmet, which is really cool. SENA is also coming out with the Ride Connected app, and I'm assuming all this stuff's going to come out at the same time. But the Ride Connected app is really going to be cool, because one thing neat about it is it works through your cell phone. Like I have an iPhone, and you download the app, and it should work with any of the SENA intercom systems. But the cool part about this is you'll be able to connect not just with people around you riding through that app and through your intercom. I can, like, say, connect to Dale while he's in Oklahoma City and do a dual vlog of him riding in Oklahoma City, me riding here. And now how cool will that be? So that all comes out, I think, sometime this month, but I'm not positive of that. I don't know of a date for sure when it's all coming out, but as soon as I can get you some, I plan on getting you some reviews of these products and show you, because if you'll notice, one thing about SENA is they're always coming out with new stuff. They're coming out with these new helmets, the bicycle helmet. They're coming out with the street bike helmet's like a half helmet. I mean, with the intercom system built in, they're coming out with all this cool stuff. And I can't wait to see what the future is going to be like, the products they're going to come out with, because the stuff they do now, I'm super happy with. And so as soon as I get any of these other products and I can do a review on it, I sure will. And until then, thanks for watching Woodzman Adventures, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.